Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Matt from Diazo, coming at you with another album review. And today I'm checking out the band Chamber with their new album, A Love to Kill For. Now, a little background on this band is they come from Nashville, Tennessee, and describe themselves a little bit as psychotic mosh metal, which is a pretty good summarization of them, I think. They've been around since 2019. This is their second full-length album on Pure Noise Records, I think. And they've had like two EPs and some other releases and stuff. I haven't seen them live before. I've only listened to them. And the one thing that always makes me kind of chuckle a little bit, I like all their instrumental tracks only. Like every just where it's just music and no singing really. I like those tracks the best so far since I've heard from Chamber. And also those, or at least not the only ones, but those are the ones I like the most. But I really like their playing, I think, most of the time. I don't know about the vocals or the lyrics, but something about their playing, at least up until this point, I've enjoyed more than the actual lyrics and singing, which is very rare, I think. But yeah, let's get into this review for Chamber. Yeah, so this song's a bit sporadic and chaotic, and it comes off a bit messy, but the guitars sound really well tuned, and the drums are very punchy, and the vocals are a bit washed out, but they kind of add some coolness to it and whatnot.
Even when you're gone, I'll tell them my religion's you. When punctures
Guitars have some groove to them and some interesting licks as they play on this song. There's some backing vocal fries that add some nice texture to this song. The drumming is really tight and noticeable, which is good. The vocals, though, they do sound a bit buried at times, and the production sounds a little hollow, but overall, it's a pretty solid song. So here's a clip of Retribution. Very hectic filled song with some moments of groove. Percussion sound clear and sharp. They slow it down in the middle of the song to let it breathe a little bit. And there's like a layer of creepiness and eeriness towards the end of the song. And at the very end, it comes back with a weird and odd breakdown, I think. This song is very chaotic, but in a nice, slick way. They're really able to arrange the song to where it's like really messy, but kind of clever in a weird way. The drums sound like two people are playing at once, which is pretty interesting. So I would say the drums are probably the best thing on this particular track. The guitars have like an eerie sound to it, which is cool. And then towards the end of the song, it moves into like a really hectic, chaotic mess of playing. This song is a bit more straightforward in terms of structure and feel. It's not as chaotic, which is pretty nice. Vocals sound really good here, like mic'd up perfectly and whatnot. The breakdown is really hollow and slow and sluggish, which is pretty cool. And the guest vocalist adds some weight to the song, so that's a bonus. Drums are coming in clear here again, which is really good. Guitars are working really hard with the riffs and just like chugging away. The drums again are really good on this track. Bass is adding a lot of heaviness to the overall feel of the song and everything. But the one thing that kind of threw me off a little bit, it just kind of abruptly ends. Like right when I was like really feeling it, it's just like the song was over. I was like, oh, that was it. So here's a clip of One Final Sacrifice. Be very careful with this song because if you blink, the song is pretty much over because it's like 12 seconds long, and I didn't realize that. So I feel like the fact that I had to play back this song to listen to it again made me feel like the pacing and the placement of the song might have not been the best on this album. Overall, it's a very fast, erratic, and quirky song. Yeah, I can't really say much about it. It's just so quick. Now, this song being so short, but just mind-blowing with how the guitar riffs and the drums sound is just mesmerizing. Like it's like night and day with the short song that was before this, and then after this, it's an incredibly short, like made song here. So kudos to Chamber for making such a awesome song in such a short time. This song is very fast and high tension in terms of like the guitar playing and the riffs and the chugs. It's very, very, very interesting, especially with the high pitched sounds from the guitars. Adds some nice flavor to everything. Solid and groovy ending with Matt's vocals and everything. It's a beast of a song. So yeah, heavy chugs here and really slow down drums help build an atmosphere, especially with the drum rolls and the cymbal use here. The splash from the cymbal sounds really, really good. Then it moves into like a large and empty hollow drum buildup, and then just like an okay breakdown. I will give them that they can really build up songs and like an atmosphere with the samples and synths they use on their songs. Very messy guitar work here, but they're able to pull it back and get some control over their playing and make it a more coherent and fully structured song. But I will say that some of the songs, like this one particularly, are just over before I can fully analyze it and fully enjoy it. And I would have to repeat it a couple times. And with these reviews, I try to listen to a song one time per just through a full length because I feel like it's cheating if I have to listen to it over and over. And the fact that I had to listen to it a couple of times, maybe it's my fault, maybe I'm not listening very well, but I think that hinders the listening experience, I think. So, yeah. This song is more messy than impressive. It's really all over the place. But I will say the drums are the most impressive thing here. Very interesting in how they're being played. And yeah, so the songs, a lot of their songs, particularly this one, seem a little bit all over the place and kind of hard to follow. I know they're trying to be sporadic and chaotic and stuff, but sometimes it can be a little bit much, I think. But I will say the vocals sound sharp here. Guitars sound good, but the playing is all over the place. But the second half of the song has more structure, so points for that. And we'll say by the time I got to this track, my brain was a little bit numb from all the chaoticness. I wouldn't say I got a headache, but I was just like, oh, they're just intense. Like they're always firing at all cylinders. But I will say the song is better and tighter in terms of structure than other songs, especially when they slow it down towards the middle of the song. It gets really nice and sluggish and just huge in the best possible way. I think this could have been a great way to end the album and made the album more focused, I think. So here's a little clip of A Love to Kill For. Yeah. One last fast and chaotic song for the road with a booming breakdown. Yeah. Yeah, so that was my review of this new album from Chamber. And I want to say they're known for being sporadic and like chaotic for their music and stuff, but I think they might have been a little bit too much with this particular album because it was really hard to focus on anything on this album because it was either too messy of a song or it was just too short for me to fully process the song. But I will say, even though with those negatives, the positives are pretty good in terms of like how it sounds. Like sonically, the instruments sound really good. The vocals are pretty sharp and everything. Drums are pretty tight and everything and sound good. Guitars are nice and crunchy when they're not being too sporadic, which I think that's the biggest thing. The guitars are just so chaotic that it weighs things down a bit, but it does sound good, if that makes sense. The production is pretty solid throughout the whole album in terms of mixing and balancing things out. I don't think anything was too drowned out or too loud. It was just a clashing of sounds and ideas. I think a lot was being put into this album, I think, and I think it could have been structured a little bit better. But it's still an enjoyable listen. I wouldn't listen to it all the time, but I would definitely not want to listen to it. Yeah, so for this album, for the sophomore album from Chamber, I want to give it a nice solid 7 out of 10. Yeah. Thanks for coming on by. I appreciate you watching my videos. Check out Chamber. They're pretty dope from Nashville, Tennessee. I think they're on tour right now. Check out this reaction video I did to their song Devoured. And till next time, guys. Bye.